Cheers, everybody. Anybody
Cheers.
any early birds? We have any? Oh, we got early birds. Zach, Mitch, Brian S.
All right, now I'm saying. Let me say a few words, and I'm going to play it back. All right, don't talk. Let me see. All right, say some stuff, Don.
Okay, so we got Jazzy, Spacey, Bluesy, Zach, Brian
That's
S.
good. That's good. Hold on. All right. How are you doing today, Don?
I'm doing fantastic. How about you? Some guy there's some guy in the chat. I don't know this guy. We might have to check. Get wrenches. Check this guy out. Mitch Heyman is in the chat.
It's probably me.
I don't hear any
I'm
echo.
playing it. I'm playing it back. Well, I think it's good enough. My audio is good enough.
All right. You guys want to give it any so they can hear us?
Yeah.
The guys in the chat. Are we like too loud? We're doing like a test on them. We're trying to get the microphone thing down. Does it sound all right,
Level.
guys? Levels.
Sound good enough for you guys? Here I got.
Mics are okay. Brian says the mics are okay. All right, cool.
Thank you, Brian. I'm going to turn echo cancellation on just for all of it. All right.
So yeah, I'm looking at the chat now on YouTube. I don't know what I was thinking last week. I didn't open up another. I can always open up another window. And Christ,
I got the little pop out window open.
That's cool. All right, I got my notification that we're live. I got a notification from you that you're in.
And I'm still going to do our intro, but I got a couple minutes yet.
That's cool. So we'll wait until the actual thing starts.
Don's got that laptop. He's got the built-in laptop mic, and that's going to normally go
a little hot.
Okay. Yeah, it's always going to be.
So I can adjust it on here. Oops, start shit.
Yeah, you can lower it in there a little bit.
Audio.
I'm trying to talk at a level sound because sometimes I have a habit of yelling or talk too low. And I mumble, according to my wife.
I haven't noticed any problems with you.
That sounds good.
What I hear. Is that better, Brian?
It sounds good.
A good bit.
Don had one of his good mics on yesterday, and it sounded really good. But he don't have a mic stand.
Mic stand. Oh, cool.
Yeah, Janice, we're just doing a mic. We're doing a sound check. Let
me get over here and see live chat, so I'm not miss anything. Don's a little hot, but all in all, I've already saw that.
Okay, yeah, you're good. You're good.
Is it better now? Is it? Yeah. Okay. Spacey put one. Don's a little. Well, wait a minute. Am I still loud?
I think you're good enough. That's a different type of mic. I wish I would have recorded you yesterday, and I could have sent it to you. You could hear how you sounded. Right. It just sounded good. Like you're going to pick up a little echo-ish because of that type of mic, but with that dynamic mic you had on, or whatever you had yesterday, it sounded really good.
Right. Yeah. Well, maybe I'll go be dynamic next week.
Dynamic.
All right, 6:58. Pooh Ninja's in the house. That's cool.
Hey, Pooh.
I did said was everybody impressed with my Mitch flame that came in on my commercial for our stream?
I was.
I impressed myself.
Hi, Dan.
Dan in New Jersey. What's up, man?
All right, go ahead. I'm going to put you go back down, and I'm going to go do our regular intro spiel and get that out of the way. You ready?
Okay, I'm muting.
All right. So let me highlight myself. and then 1,000 things on. All right. I got to turn that echo cancellation off. Ugh. On. And
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm here. Let me turn this thing off so Don doesn't get an echo.
No echo. No echo here.
You will
now
get
there's an
one.
echo. Yeah,
It's going. It's going. Bring you in. Hello,
Howdy,
Donald.
everybody. Cheers. Hey, Mitch, what's happening?
Cheers. This is my virtual drink.
We all had a heat wave here in the mid Atlantic today. It got up almost 50. Well, actually, it got to 50 degrees in Baltimore, I think.
47 here.
47. That's
I
cool.
think.
Yeah, we got to go. Let me switch over here to YouTube for a second. That's incredible. 14 already. We just started. I see Andy Dion, Guitar Hack is in the house. Lars Guitars, Larry, the Falcrow, Dwight Bailey, the Hitman's there. Sean Zimmerman, Rick Hefner, and we got Spacey Jazzy Bluesy. They were all here early. Pooh Ninja, Janice. God bless Janice. Dan in New Jersey, Andy Dion, I already said him. Zach Thong, he's always first. Brian S. And Rick, you were in early, Rick. I didn't see you before. I missed him.
I think Zach was the first one in there, I think.
Yeah, Zach's always first, man. He comes in early. So anyway, welcome to the show. Listen, it looks like $1,400 will be coming our way for everybody pretty soon, unless you're rich, which none of us is. Who's buying a guitar or gear?
Not me.
Not me. I'm gonna get.
I want to spend more time. I don't need new guitars. Buying new guitars ain't making me play better. Practicing, and I'm gonna get this out of the way because we've been talking about this, Don and I. I want to kind of do this thing like every week. Try to play a certain riff or lick, not the whole song, just to see if I can learn it.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah. So I'm playing with some metal stuff. Just got a couple videos on how to play metal, and I'm getting somewhere with it. I was going to try to get it done today, but give me another week, and I'm not going to play it live, but I'll have a video up and I'll play it next week. And if you got any suggestions, to see if, because what it's doing, number one, it's going to challenge me, and it's going to give me some momentum to play more. I need to practice more. More than a couple hours. I mean, sometimes I'll go in these things where I could be doing it like 4 hours in a row or something. but I need to do it every day, which I
Well,
haven't
that's
been.
the thing. Trying to get a consistent schedule is
Right.
a regimen. What do they call it? A regimen?
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds good. Sounds good
Regiment,
to me.
whatever, something like that. Oh, Kim's here, the G man.
Hey,
How you
Kim
doing,
and
Kim?
Will.
Oh yeah, Will Varela. Cool. Hey, Will.
How you doing, Will? Spencer.
I'll give any of the metal stuff a go, but it's very unlikely. And yeah,
Well, I mean,
wait a minute.
it could be.
Time out. What is going on?
Why?
What are you doing in my studio? You're in my studio.
Oh, this is my house.
That's my studio.
Oh,
Let
I didn't know that.
me tell you guys, before I was in the green room and Mitch left me there. He knew I was in there, but he was acting like he didn't. And I'm looking and I'm moving because I'm thinking I'm blocking Guitar Hack. I'm blocking Guitar Hack. I said, wait a second, there's Guitar Hack. What is going on here? What the F? And Mitch and his green screen. Oh, I got to learn how to do all. I got to get a green screen.
It looks better than my. I got tired with my red room.
Oh, and by
I
the
did
way,
have a.
good.
I had another one. I had the living room, but it was from the previous owners. Pictures from them. I hadn't got a chance to take it. I do have some pictures. I don't know where they were, but I like your picture better right now anyway.
Well,
but I'll come up with
cool.
another one.
Very cool. But oh, by the way, I'm sporting the Dave Stafford swag tonight. I don't think
Yes,
you can
you
really
are.
see it.
Actually, let me here. Stay there. I'm gonna. There you go. You're so low they can see you.
There we go. Look at that. That's a nice hat. But I got
It
to say,
is.
Dave's not in here, but he might come in later. But he really needs to increase his logo. And I take it back, Guitar Hack, your logo's big enough. At first, I thought it could be bigger, but it's big enough. It's big enough. For the camera, it doesn't, you can't zero. But when you're wearing it, I felt bad that I didn't wear my Guitar Hack swag to
Excuse me.
Guitar Center last week. Oh, hey,
Yeah.
speaking of Guitar Center, Spacey Jazzy Bluesy, my Lawler pickups are well. I was supposed to get them today, but you can't. You can't. I get an email every day from Postal Service telling me what mail I'm supposed to get that I usually don't, or sometimes I do, but it's very weird. The mail. I feel sorry for the mail delivery guys because it's really tough. But so anyway, I will have those Lawler pickups probably sometime this week, Saturday or Sunday if Sunday's better. Wondering, Spacey, if you want to meet me at and maybe Mitch too, at Guitar Center in Towson and pick up the Epiphone 335 dot, and maybe even take the Torero, the Paul Reed Smith Torero, and whenever you feel like putting that up for auction, see what we can get for that. So anyway, let me know. I'll email you or call you. But I thought maybe the three of us could hook up, and I will wear my Guitar Hack swag hat for that meeting when we do it. Whether it's
And
this week, we can
if
always
we
do it
do
next.
go, if I do go,
Right.
I'm going to take some video at Guitar Center,
Yeah,
which I didn't do last
yeah. Yeah. Another thing we could do sometime, Mitch, is maybe meet at Bill's because Bill's got a lot of guitars.
I don't like that area.
they're
I'm sorry. I'm afraid
Catonsville,
it's too
Bill's
close.
Music House.
Too
Oh,
close
for
to
God,
Baltimore.
you got to be
No,
kidding
no,
me.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
You had me hook, line, and sinker. Oh, by the way, this is what we practiced with yesterday, and it sounds really groovy.
Sounded really good.
But all I have is this. I don't have anything to put this on yet. So I'm either going to get I think what I'm going to get is what do you call the thing that bends?
Gooseneck.
The gooseneck. A gooseneck thing. So it'll be right here, and I'll be like Rush Limbaugh, EIB network here. No, just kidding. For any of you that aren't, Rush fans, poor guys dying. But and or is it anybody in the tough black jack guitar nuts here and D tubes here? Man, we got all kinds of people here. Music go round on your see. Hey, Mitch, he wants to. Maybe we should do that. Go to music meet in Cockeysville. That's closer for you anyway. Unless you were going to take your relay back. Unless you were going to take the relay back.
Nah,
I think you should keep it for a while.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm not taking it.
I think it makes the most sense. But yeah, I was telling Spacey, I was telling Mitch about that place. We had to bring Spacey in one time and interview him. I think we're going to do some interviews in the future. But for right now, we're going to work on learning metal less. So Mitch is going to go first next week. I want to see how it works out, and then I will follow suit in upcoming weeks. So wow, you guys, Hugh Caldwell, hey. So I guess it's not. I guess it's just past midnight for Hugh. A little better than 1 o'clock in the morning, for crying out loud. Let me switch over here to YouTube. We have 27 watching. God, you folks rock, man. You all rock in the chat. God bless you.
Lars, yes, I have been. Actually, I've been using the A-Moon too, and they both work fine as long as I got to back off on the router. Like if I'm sitting like up here, I'm a foot away from my router, and it might screw up a little bit. But when I back up, no problem.
Now my router's downstairs, so I don't have that problem. But I was reading the directions. For some reason, I was looking at something. It's very confusing on my Boss WL20 as to what the lights mean as far as charging or when it's not charged. Because the lights change colors. But you got to be 3 feet away from the router, and unfortunately, Mitch's router is underneath his computer desk, or
it's right behind this monitor right here.
Oh, it's right behind.
But I did move. The helix is gone. I mean, not gone. It's moved. It's behind me now. It's behind me now. Actually, here, let me turn off my screen. So it's away. It's definitely away from the. But I can still, if I'm on the monitor and get close to it, I can still be too close to it. But anyway, I'll show you what my, you'll be able to see everything. Let me turn my filters off. So you can see it right there.
Yeah. Well, I wanted you out of my studio anyway.
At this point, it's probably about 5 feet away from the router.
That's cool.
But with the base, I have the bases over here, the base to the G10, and I could actually move it on the wall over there, which would even be better. But when I'm with the guitar and get close to here, I want to be in front of the monitor. That could be
how long is the cord how long is the cord from the bass to the?
Well, it's the guitar cord, 10 foot, so I can move that, and my bass plugs into the wall, unlike yours.
Right. But the problem is if you put the helix down about where you would be to play, and now you've got one of the transmitters up by the router again.
Yeah, the guitar.
That's an issue. But you don't use it on the floor that much anyway.
But really, when I'm recording something, or I want it back off anyway, so I can get my guitar in, which a lot of times I don't. But this way it will be better. It'll be fine. It was working.
Cool. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what's going on in the chat. Six String Brian's here. Okay, so I got a question for any of you guys. Maybe Brian S. or Six String Brian come to mind because you guys do streams. What was that name of that brand of that? What she wants me to get is a clip-on mic,
a lapel mic.
And what is the what's that brand?
I have a cheap one, and I don't remember what it was.
What's the name of the brand?
There's different ones. I have a cheap one, and they're probably all the same. A lot of them are the same brand.
Are they all condenser mics? All those clip-on mics?
I don't know if all of them. The one I had was. I know the one I had.
If anybody knows that, Ed Dane is in the house. Hey, Ed. We got Will Varela, right? Yeah, Will. Dale Palmer. Hey, Dale. What's going on? I ignored Dale.
Hey, Dale.
Oh, here's a new one. Who's WTBM 123? It sounds like a radio station.
Oh, it's a friend of mine.
Oh, cool. Well, welcome. WTB. Is it WTB?
Terry, how you doing? How you doing, Terry?
All right, I remember.
He's a tech guy. He's a real good tech guy.
Cool.
Not just in computers. Anything with a motor in it. Anything with a motor in it. Anything. Good guy.
Me and Janet went over to our friends today. Paul Lou's in the house. And Fruitcake Tony. Man, how many have we got in the house here? And me and Janet went over to our friends today. 36. Wow. That is groovy. And we
Don,
were talking. Go
real
ahead.
quick, this
Terry.
Terry and yeah, we did a live stream. Oh my God, years ago, and we both had a green screen, and I don't know, and we both had this Wirecast, and anyway, it looked like we were in the same room. We made it look exactly
That
like
is
we're in the
cool.
same.
See, y'all didn't know that Mitch is a live stream pioneer. Mitch
Um,
was live streaming before anybody was, and I think that is very cool.
no, no,
Yeah, I
there's
think
plenty of
so.
people doing it longer than me.
Well, anybody that I knew. I
But
think I got this about
we were doing
perfect.
crazy streams. I was running like five instances of Skype at one time, trying to you do this
What?
fixed minus. So, a lot of times when you have Skype calls, and when they couldn't hear each other, I had to reroute, do all this crazy stuff with my mixer. And it's even after doing all this stuff, it still wasn't right, but it worked. It worked for what we did.
That was a pain in the ass at Christmas doing the Zoom call. It was like me and my wife at our,
Right?
the laptop in the dining room table, and her brother and sister-in-law at their house. And I think they were, Chris, I don't know if they were on a laptop or probably a laptop. And then you had the kids down in Alabama, and they're on a little phone, and they got like 5 or 6 kids, and it was a mess because when they start talking, nobody can hear anything, and as soon as somebody the your box lights up, you're talking, but then the kids would start, and then you
Take
had the
care.
one little
Yeah.
kid kept grabbing the phone and all that noise. So man, you guys, look, this is crazy. Okay, here, 6th Street, Sarah
Monic.
Monic mics sound pretty good, but Brian, are they condenser? See, that's the problem. We need to get Sarah Monic. We need to get away from the condenser mic. We want, what is it,
Well,
dynamic?
I think you're fine. You don't have sounds. I have the TV right on the other side here, and that's what it could pick it up. I mean, I'm using this voice meter, and this has a noise gate in it, so I have that on right now. But
Are you using
the
a
T, the
condenser
T,
mic? Are you using a
no,
condenser mic?
no.
No.
I'm trying to sell one. I tried to hook that one up the other day. It was just picking up everything.
Right.
So I
Well,
got it up on the marketplace.
if I get a wet, if I get a, boy, this is tough. If I get a weather report from the door there, I don't want it to
Oh
like
yeah, yeah.
blast you out, My wife's girlfriend noticed that and said something to her today.
I mean, I wouldn't rule out a condenser mic. You just got to set it up right.
But you were talking about mechanics with the guy Terry. Does anybody
Yeah.
remember back in, like, I don't know if it was the end of elementary school or junior high school, and you took one of those tests, not like an Iowa basic test, one of those aptitude tests. Everybody's in the cafeteria or the wherever, and it's all the gears. So they show you the arrows on like the first two, and then there's like 20 more, or 5, 10 more, whatever. If I got one right, that was like really good, I think, because
What do they
it's
call
like
it?
I didn't even do them.
Cogs or something?
Cogs, yeah, yeah.
I
To
would
see what
say
your mechanical aptitude is, and I had no. To this day, I have no mechanical
I told you
aptitude.
I went to Western Votech, right? When I
Yeah,
went, it was they had like metal technology, automotives, some to do with TVs. They kicked my ass out of there.
if it didn't in high school, if it didn't have to do with sports, I was not sports or hot chicks. I wasn't interested.
See,
Hey, Daniel Horsley's in the house.
you had to have good grades to play sports, and that left me out. So
Well, you didn't have. You only had to have a C
passing
average.
grades.
You only had to have a C average.
No, I didn't have that.
Mitch, we're stepping the game up, man. We're going from the mid 20s to the mid 30s. 23 minutes in. I'm I'm very impressed with my. Is my head
Oh,
swelling?
look who's in there! Look who's in there, Don, the boss.
Uh-oh, not a lapel mic, a cardioid condenser headset microphone. That's what she wants me. She wants me to get like what you had on yesterday.
Well, they're real. They're not.
It's tinny.
Well, you
It
heard
doesn't
how
sound that
tinny.
good.
Well, you
Yeah,
get better ones, but
yeah.
if you use, it would be hard for you. But if you use voice meter, you can change the sound on that.
Everybody, I would like you to welcome into the chat room my wife, my beautiful, darling wife that I love more than anything in the world, Janet Smith. That's my darling. That's my baby.
By the way, I told you my daughter's engaged to a
Yeah.
Smith.
Oh, no,
To a
you didn't
Smith,
tell me
yeah.
that. To Smith, cool.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something. My wife's maiden name is Dieterichsen. Danish. Her dad, got stuck in Baltimore, World War II. He was a merchant marine from Denmark, and the rest
Cool.
became history. And as a result, he met a Southern belle from South Carolina, my mother-in-law, God rest her soul, and that's why I have my wife. But she was hesitant to get married because can you think of, you got a cool name like Dietrich, and I think that's a very cool name myself, to become a Smith. Janet, but she is Janet Dietrichson Smith. So I think that's cool.
Got to be the most, would you say maybe the number one most common name in the United States? Smith? Maybe.
Jones or Wilson, one of the other, one of those. And there's Ann Ridenauer. That is my wife's girlfriend and my good friend too. And her husband Bill is watching, but he doesn't have a channel, so he cannot participate in the chat because he will not register and get a channel. Bill, get a channel. God damn it! Oh, what's the matter with you? Oh, hey, Guitar Hack. I'm excuse me, Mitch. I am drinking Jameson tonight. The show is sponsored by Jameson. I don't have the bottle, but I will. I drove by the liquor store on the way home from going over to visit Bill and Ann's to get the Shoulder Monkey Scotch. I'm gonna switch to Scotch for a while, but right now I forgot to stop. So I told Hack in the channel that we won't mention that I was going to get Shoulder Monkey because he recommended. He just got a bottle of Shoulder Monkey Scotch, but I will get a bottle of that and we'll do it next week. Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers. I had my 3 or 4 days a row of drinking those margaritas, so I'm done until next Christmas.
Oh yeah, we need to talk. I'm glad I thought we were going to have to go up to Hanover, Pennsylvania, and have an intervention because Mitch, I got to tell you, folks, Mitch went on a bender. 4 days in a row, he had a drink. But that's like 4 more drinks than that's like 3 more drinks than he normally has a year. You usually do what, eggnog at Christmas?
Eggnog or Mike's, what's that? Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Mike's Hard Lemonade, yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah. I like that stuff. I like that. That's good. That's good. That's a good drink.
We got some more people in here.
Go yell them out. I want to see how many we got in the chat.
Andy Dion is in here.
35. Wow. Well, Andy's been here. Andy's been around.
G-Man's
Alan
been
Robinson.
Here, I'm not sure.
Alan Robinson. Okay.
Hey, Alan.
Yeah, where?
Well, here's a story I got for you. Let me solo myself. Okay, maybe a year. My wife's got a 2017 Toyota Corolla, and it seems like for almost a year, maybe it's like I got to put air in the tires, right?
Oh, because of the light comes on.
Yeah,
that's a pain.
So I've been paying attention to it, and it's always the right front tire, right, that has the most air out of it, right. So she took it to the dealer a while back, and they said I couldn't find anything wrong. I just put it in there like a month ago, five weeks ago, and it came on today, or yesterday. So she went there, and I said, "Look, you got to check the tires right." My husband says he thinks it's the right front tire. Anyway, they finally found a nail in there, and they finally fixed it. So hopefully that's straightened out now. But it took a year, or probably close to it, 8 months.
The problem with those
sensors.
Wait a second. Let me get back to StreamYard. I'm in YouTube. The delay's killing me. The problem with those sensors is the temperature keeps changing, so it gets colder and it gets warmer, and that's
normal. But this was doing it constantly. Every 5 weeks, it comes back on. Yeah.
I just check them with the gauge, and I've got the.
Yeah, I have a pump. I have a. One of these pumps, you plug it into the lighter. And it works well, actually. But
we got 2 new. Here's 2 new. Great Fanzini. How you doing, dude? And Crap Guitar Show. That's good. The old man Dan.
Dan, how you doing, Dan?
It took me I kept seeing that, in some of the chat. Crap Guitar Show. What is that all about? So and then I looked. I said, that's old man Dan.
I think Paul's in. Is Paul in here?
Paul, yeah. Oh, that was dynamite video you did, dude.
He's an excellent guitar player. I don't know. You're kind of humble, man, but
yeah,
you got some good stuff.
We all are today. But what the thing I got to ask Paul is, and I'm glad you're in the chat, is where do you have your camera mounted, or do you have like a 10-foot tall what do you call it? What do you
Oh
call
yeah,
the?
it's kind of facing down or
He's
something.
like way up. It's like somebody's up in the ceiling video, and it's very cool. I wondered if you did that, how you did that. So anyway, and I got to tell you, I'm going to get ready to do the video thing here in a minute, but I got to tell you, there's a very cool video that's coming out. Daniel, check out Daniel Horsley's channel because he's got something really cool coming up. And somebody did, or actually, I'll just check out Daniel Horsley here. I'm not going to ruin it because I don't think they've posted it yet. It's a very cool video coming up. So you want to do it, Mitch?
Yeah.
You ready, or should I wait?
I got it. I got it queued up.
All right. So this is like a self-serving video. This first one for me and Mitch both, but the first one you guys got to check out is Spacey Jazzy Bluesy Interchannel Stonesy Jam, this is very groovy. So what Spacey Jazzy Bluesy did is he did his own backing track to Honky Tonk Woman by the Rolling Stones, thus the Inner Channel Stonesy Jam. Okay. So it starts out with let's see if I can get them all. I got them here. I wrote it down. So it starts out with Spacey Jazzy Bluesy playing a few licks. There's no vocals, nobody's singing on this. Okay. So the first guy after Spacey does his few licks on top, then Guitar Hack comes in. He's very cool. And then right after that is Mitch Heyman on leads, and he does his little thing, and then I do my little ditty, and everybody's got slightly different tones, so it's very cool. And then it gets real interesting. Of course, we got Guitar Meets Science Jimmy. He plays very controlled, but he sneaks in a couple of those Jimmy leads. It's like those faster than the speed of sound. And then it really gets cool because Andy Dion comes in and he does some slide, and then he does slide with wah wah. Now that is very groovy. Okay. Great. And then after that, Rick Romanelli comes in. Good. You were gonna say something, Mitch?
No, that was great. I mean, the slide guitar Andy did.
That was cool. And then after that is Francis of the Padded Pedal Room. And then after the Padded Pedal Room is Ian Luckett. He's over across the pond, and he's got some very groovy tone. After I heard Ian's, it said, I should have gone with my normal tone, but I tried to keep it. Well, I had a lot of reverb on mine. And then after Ian, to close the show is Six String Brian, and he played real groovy on his Telecaster. It was mostly Telecasters and Strat, all Telecasters and a Strat.
I used my Les Paul.
Oh, you used your Les Paul?
Well, I used it on that. I was doing. He put some of my rhythm in there. Then on the stupid lead I did, I was using it to tell you on that. He put them both in there.
It sounded good, dude. We're all humble. We're all humble. But anyway, that is really cool. So it's a long one. It's a long listen, but it's worth it because you get to see like 8. I think it's 8 total. It's very, very groovy. Hey, there's Metalhead Hippie. Hey, Hip. Hey, Jeff. How you doing, buddy? Welcome in. And okay, so the next video we want to highlight is this is very cool, I think. Sunday Live Jams with Rick Romanelli, Volume 9. And this is PGH Live Jams, who I've mentioned before. He does some very cool backing tracks. They're tricky, some of them, but this was very, very cool. And I'm working on something with somebody. I might do a collab on the backing track. So you can listen to Rick and Skip. Skip is PGH Line Jam. Skip or Skippy. I call him Skip. Rick calls him Skippy sometimes, Skip other time. It's an awesome jam. These guys just and then nothing real flashy, but just it's a good listen. I'm telling you, you'll be going, yeah. And what's really cool about this backing track is it's basically really one chord with some what's the word? What's the word when you not blem the opposite of blem? I can't think of the word I'm trying to think of as usual.
Not improvise.
Not improvise. It's relish. What's the word? Come on, Spacey. You know the word I'm talking. Anyway, it's like when you're comping chords, you highlight it. You add something. I don't know. But anyway, it's very cool. And then there is a link in the description to just the backing track if you want to jam to it, which I've been doing. And I came up with a cool list. So me and somebody else are going to do a collab on that, which is very cool. So anyway, that's PGH Live Jams is the channel, and it's the name of it is Sunday Live Jams Volume 9. Every Sunday, not every Sunday, but a lot of Sundays, these guys, they live by each other and they're buds, and they do a lot of good stuff. So that's number 2. Number 3 is boy, Spacey Jazzy Bluesy is just all over the place with collabs. He did one with very cool dude, Kevin Lynn Music. You should check Kevin Lynn's music, Kev's channel out. He's got all kinds of good stuff. He's been doing collabs all over the place himself with everybody. But this one particular he does, it's called Soul of Dreams with Spacey Jazzy Bluesy. And that's the first one. And then he does another one, Bros of the World, plus many more. I don't know. Bros of the World is, I forget who that's another collaboration, I think, with somebody, or maybe he just does that himself. But it's very, very cool. But Soul of Dreams is the one with Spacey Jazzy Bluesy. I highly recommend that one. But they're all good. Check the guy's channel out. He's got some good stuff on it. Kev Lynn Music. And the link's in there. I think Mitch put it in there. And then last but not least, we've got our old buddy Dave Byron down there in sunny Florida.
Oh, well, you missed one.
Oh, I did?
I think. Brothers of the World.
Yeah, I said brother. That's another one from Kevin Lynn's music. But I forget what the plus many more is what I have. And I forget what Brothers of the World, that's a collaboration with Pomp. Christian Pomps. Christian Pomps. Pomsch. That is very, very good. That's just the two. That's what it is. Brothers of the World. So they did a collaboration. So this guy, but I'm telling you, the guy Kev Lynn Music, in the last 2 weeks, he's probably done 5 collaborations. I think he did one with Ian Luckett. I can't, I'm spacing out here. There's too many Spacey Jazzy Bluesy. The Spaceys, and really, folks, this is my first and only Jameson. This will, I'll add ice to this later, but so it's not a Jameson thing. It's getting old, and the ticker just don't work the way it used to, and which leads us into this whole thing. This is a show about nothing and getting old and forgetting stuff. Now, the final one is Dave Byron, our buddy down in sunny Florida. Him and Paul Lou. I like those guys, but at the same time, they disgust me because they're probably down there in shorts and short sleeves and flip flops. I'm up here with 50 layers on. So anyway, Dave Byron did a tribute to a very, very cool dude. We lost the music world lost one of the greats, in my opinion, Chick Corea of Return to Forever and Chick Corea's Electric Band. But he was a big influence on me, and I've been trying. So anyway, Dave does a thing. He's done it before. He does it in his shows. He does. It's 2 songs by Chick Corea and Return to Forever, No Mystery and Duel the Gesture and the Tyrant. And he kind of he just plays the chords and plays some, nice, mostly controlled, but he can do the Al Di Meola, real fast stuff. And so he did normally he does it in a show, but he's done, I think he did one of his video. He did this a couple years ago, but he just did a tribute to Chick because he passed away earlier this month. And so it's two tunes. Dual, yeah, I forget the name of the video. The name of the video is Tribute to Chick Corea. So you should listen to that. And I am working on my second try at Duel the Gesture and the Tyrant. It's kind of an easy progression. The song is more complex than just a progression, but the progression is great to jam to if you like to jam with minor chords. Starts with A minor, so I'm all in. Score. So anyway, those are the 4 highlighted videos, and just to give you a heads up, be on the lookout for Daniel Horsley. He's got a very cool collab coming out. That's all I can say about that.
Excellent.
Here we go. So cheers to all those videos and cheers to all you in the chat.
Ed
George still in
Dana,
the 30s.
we're not ignoring you. I'm sorry.
No, Ed,
Don't
I
want
said
to
hi
get
to Ed.
into.
I said Ed
Did
Dana.
you?
I said hi, Ed.
I was going to bring up Ed what you were talking about last night
What's that?
on Dave's show, last Dave's Guitar Channel. You were talking. They were talking about theory. I mean, it was really getting deep. I'm in bed, I'm just listening on my headphones, and but it was really interesting. Really, really, really interesting.
I was there
But
for
you
a while,
knew
but I had to go. I had to go take the dog out. He did a
Ed
good
knew
show, Dave. Good.
Ed knew a lot of it. He knew you knew some of it. But I mean, when you're talking about ninths and add 11ths
And the
and
flat five and I'm
I
sorry.
know
It just
some of it.
does not compute. Does not compute. Does not compute.
I'm doing metal. All I needed to know is the one and the fifth. That's all I need to know. Then I'm
Right.
good. I'm good to go. I do my power chords. I'm done.
I kind of got blown off by one of my oldest friends years ago because I wouldn't learn any of the theory. If you don't know what you're doing, if you don't learn theory, why are you even bothering? It's like, you know what, this guy, was a, was a music teacher. He studied music. He was a prodigy trumpet player and very good guitar player. Showed me a lot of. It's very cool how much stuff he showed me. But all he would have had to show me back around 1983 was a pentatonic scale and how it works with minor chords and major. And on my own, just be the pad. I'm all about patterns, and I use all four fingers. So most of what I'm playing is four, four, four frets of, and there's patterns in there, and they happen to be scales. Now I've practiced scales when I first started trying to catch up with these guys with the speed and the
Right.
alternate picking, and that up and down, up down, up down, up down, and the intervals and three triplets, triplet, 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 and four notes at a time, and then come back and the next four notes. And of course, I failed, but so once I basically figured out the pentatonic scale, I think is what most of what I play. And there's other notes you can throw in there, and luckily I can my I just go find them. But
I'll tell you that day. I mean,
I play the
he
olive
let.
oil. I play the olive oilian scale all the time.
I mean,
Just the one I made up.
you don't have to learn it, but it's certainly not bad to know it. No
It,
theory,
it,
in my
it it'll
opinion.
never hurt you. Know the more
It's
you
yeah,
know, the better you have. And like, I try a lot of times. I try. It's like, well, if I stay with if we're on this chord, if I know the notes are within that chord, but as soon as I start doing that, I get next thing you know, you're back to the other chord, and I can't get there quick. So
yeah,
I
yeah.
find the notes, and the notes come out, and I'm happy with what I'm an egomaniac. I listen to my own videos, and I know
Dave
which
was
ones are
playing.
good.
He was playing. He had his bass. I
Yeah,
think he had his
that
bass
was a
last.
cool show. It was a cool
I
show
was
because
going back and forth,
the
and
whole show was bass.
he's a good bass player too. I mean, he's a very good musician.
I
I
can't
mean,
believe you could do roundabout.
some people may have their opinions, but when
Well,
it comes to music, he knows his stuff, man. I mean,
look, Dave's got a
he's a
personality.
fantastic guitar
Dave's got a
player.
personality. If you take him at word value of everything he says, you might not want to listen to his channel. But if you discount the fact that he's not 100% serious, and I think he understands how he is, but he's not going to change for anybody. So in that regard, I respect him. But there's sometimes that it's like, what the hell are you talking about? And the songs that they like and they don't like, it's and then they start picking on people as far as what they do with their channels, and I don't think he should do that. But
Yeah,
at the same time, it doesn't bother me, and I'll get in there and I'll go toe to toe with them on anything. I'll argue with them. You know, I got a shot in the other night on them, but we're not going to talk about that. So learning theory gives you more options. Exactly, Hack, and that's what I was trying to say before. It'll never, but it's look. I'm 63 years old, going on 64 now. I've got nothing but time, but that's not what I want to do with my time. Hell, I can't even get myself to sit down for 2 hours and figure out Reaper. It's not that hard. I know it's not that hard. But
I spent what 6 hours that night.
I was
Oh my
shocked that
god.
you spent that much time and had that much trouble with it. But
Well, Well, the stuff was buggy. The guy I put the video out, he even mentioned some of this. He was using free plugins. He said there were some, but I figured ways around. I got it to work, and it's just so happened what I played didn't sound good. That's all.
The problem with I have all these DAW things is all the tutorials that they have on them. Well, they keep updating the goddamn thing. So, what you see on their screen and then you can
maybe
customize
a different version.
They have different versions. And then once you get it set up, I mean, I bought the Reaper license, so I got it all. I've got it for a lifetime. I paid $90 or 80, whatever it was, and I'm not worried. I'm not upset that I spent the money, but there's ways to customize it. Most of these guys have customized it to their liking. Well, that's not how it looks on my. So I have one computer next to the other computer, and I'm okay, and I'm just plugging in a dry guitar, no effects into my interface, into the computer, and I can't get it to I can't get to the next.
Wait,
what do you call the different rows of sound that you're putting in a
tracks?
Tracks. So I start with one track, and I put down, I'll play like Down by the River, E minor to A7, two easy chords that you can jam to those two chords for an hour if you want. Okay, I can. Maybe you all can't, but I can. So I put that down, and then I'm trying to get it to play back, and it only plays back so much. So it's like I want it to keep playing, and it won't keep playing. And then I go down to the next track, and the other track isn't there anymore. So I didn't save it right. And it's like now my head's exploding. I say, F it. Let me go back to the Trio Plus, because the Trio Plus never lets me down. But there's limitations with the Trio Plus.
After I figure everything out, everything worked, but it just what I played I did something easy, it just didn't sound what I played. But what was so good about it, and all these plugins I got, so I put my own drum track in. You could put your own beat in, but I put a preset beat in, and it's got like a MIDI plugin, but you can use it for your bass.
Right.
So I'm making my own bass with the MIDI plugin.
Well, what did you use for the? What did you use the keyboard of your laptop to do the notes?
Yeah,
you don't have a keyboard, do you?
No, but the actual plugin, it's got a thing on the computer. It's got a thing of a keyboard, so you can just click on whatever notes you want.
Okay, cool.
So that's what I did. I was doing something easy, right? Because I don't. Yeah. Right. It would help if I knew theory, But what I did, it was a little, and I got it. I just wanted to see if I could do it, and I'm getting frustrated. I think I emailed him about something, and I'm saying this thing kept on crashing on me. It was like I think when I played a bass, it was just making this droning noise, and it wouldn't stop. I had to close out of it, but I got around it. I figured around it. But I just need to go back and play with it some more.
Gotcha. So, has anybody noticed now? How long? Wait a second. Let me go to YouTube. We have been on for 47 minutes. I think I have only interrupted Mitch maybe 1.5 times. I'm getting there, but I've completely ignored the chat. So let me go over to the chat. Bring me back. Let me go back into the chat. I'm on YouTube now. Yeah, now I'm on YouTube. So there's the delay. And Hurricane Moon. Hey Wes, how you doing, man? I didn't see you there. 33, man. We're holding mid-30s, Mitch. Well, low 30s. Whatever works makes us all happy, and that's true, Wes. That's true. Will Varela, guitar hack by no. I use a Reaper for compositions. Preston, exactly. And I've got Audacity to record single wave and conversion. I maybe have to investigate this Audacity, but
yeah, I think you would like Audacity. I think it would be easier for you, Don. Really easy. I could just set you up in 5 minutes on that. Well, maybe 10 minutes.
Oh, I got a request. I'll be right back. Bring you highlight the show. I'll be back in about 30 seconds.
Okay. Let me highlight myself. So Don's going. I don't know if the boss messaged him. I don't know. But Reaper. Yeah, it's rewarding when you figure something out. Like how to do something. Now I'm trying to do all this stuff in OBS and mess around with all these plugins, and then video editing, That's another story. I'm using DaVinci Resolve, and I want to do something new. So I have a tutorial going on, so I'll know how to do it. And it's all time consuming. Don's back.
Yeah. Hey, Fruitcake Tony, how's that? Now let me tell you something. We're going to change the subject here just for a second.
Hey, Tony.
I finally a good interruption of Mitch. That is, let me get it right there. Can you see it? That is
Yeah.
absolutely the coolest sports logo of all time. I challenge anybody to find a cooler logo than that, and the goddamn Orioles won't use it. That should be on all their hats. That is the
That's it.
angry Oriole bird.
How old is that one?
It's not that old because I had it made.
Oh,
Well, it's actually about 10 years old, but I had it made at this place in Lutherville where when I was involved in the over 40 baseball league, I was getting everybody's jerseys, and this place made jerseys, and you went in there and you had to give them the name, the right spellings because everybody wanted their name on the jersey and the numbers and all that. And we every the leagues, the two different leagues that I was involved with, both of them used Major League Baseball teams. You had the Orioles, the Athletics, the Rangers, the Nationals, all the different teams, Athletics, and they had a hat like this, but it was white. I said, "Can you do that in black?" And I just think this is like my favorite hat. Look at that. That is the Orioles.
good
Every
hat.
once in a while, you see somebody like before the game, when they're getting they'll have like a T-shirt with the angry Oriole bird uh, logo. I have a shirt here. I got to show you. This is one of the things they do cool. I don't want to break my Les Paul. I use this for about 3 years ago, they had a lot of the a lot of the baseball players were doing. They had jersey nights, or T-shirt nights, a giveaway for you go, the first 10,000 people you get there. So Zach, what was this closer's name?
Zach Britton. Zach Britton.
Zach Britton. Yeah, Zach Britton. So how cool is this? How
That's a
cool
nice
is
shirt.
that?
Oh,
Look
man,
at that.
that's a
An
real nice.
SD guitar.
SG.
Now there you can really see it. That is the coolest logo, the Angry Oriole. 1 year, the Orioles had that on their hats on the season back in the 60s, or it might have been the 70s. I think 60s. But they didn't have a good year, so they nixed it. But that is so. Anyway, Fruitcake Tony, welcome to the stream, and this is for you, buddy. I'll put it on. All right, come back, Mitch.
But
Mitch, we lost Mitch.
I'm here talking.
Did you?
Hurricane Moon was talking about video editing software, but it's not free. They might have a free version, but I know Filmora is not free. I'm using DaVinci Resolve, and you got a lot of stuff there that's free. They have a paid version,
but Audacity for video.
Audacity's audio.
Audio? I thought it was video.
DaVinci Resolve is video.
Oh.
Audacity is only audio.
Gotcha.
And
okay.
And with you get a lot of stuff with DaVinci Resolve, but it's a huge learning curve, especially when you're doing the composite stuff. You're using the real fancy stuff, which I'm not real good at. But
time out. Johnny Bean's in the house. Hey, Johnny. And
hey, Johnny.
Petriani's in the house. And Skip,
here's
PG
Johnny.
Live Jams. Hey, Skip, we highlighted your video of you and Rick jamming number 9, Sunday Live Jams, number 9, volume 9. Very cool. I'm working on a collab with somebody on that. I think you're going to really dig it. But it's in the works. It's in the works. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Mitch. I had to interrupt for that
because it's fine. It's fine.
We had new arrivals in the chat.
But real quick, Hurricane Moon. I'm just so been using Hurricane. I mean, I'm using DaVinci Resolve for like a year, and so I don't want to start learning something else. I mean, I do use some easy stuff sometimes. I use like Shotcut. I first started using because Windows had Movie Maker, which is not included. You can still find it, but
they don't have that anymore. They don't have it.
You can find it and install it, but they do have a video editor built in, but it's real basic. But if I could learn how to do the they call them nodes, what they're using DaVinci Resolve for the real fancy stuff. I mean, there are people. I mean, this software is used to make movies. DaVinci Resolve. They actually make movies out of motion pictures. I mean, so I mean, there's people who did the. If you watch the Avenger movies, you know, the comic book movies, you know, the dissolving effect. I mean, a lot of people has done that, but it's like, you know, I'm watching all the nodes they use. Like, I mean, it's unbelievable. And you need high end PC, and that's why I built this PC so I can learn how to do it. But I haven't done it yet.
That's cool. Well, you all rock in the chat and watching the stream. We're in the mid-30s, I think. Let me go back and check. It's a stupid thing, but
when I was mentioning Audacity as a kind of easy audio program, Will Varela goes, my ex-wife Audacity. He always had great lines for his wives or. Hey,
there's somebody, Edwin Crane. Hey, Edwin. Am I subbed to him? I don't. I'm not.
Oh, he's got some good stuff up there. Check his videos. I mean,
I gotta say, I'll be right back. I'm going to YouTube. I gotta open a new window.
If the Hitman's in, I don't know if he's in there earlier.
Yeah, Dwight's been around. Dwight's got a Telecaster. Dwight, you got more guitars than anybody, I think. No, that's not what I want. Click the wrong thing. Edwin Crane. I don't think I'm subbed to you, dude.
Check it. I looked at one of his recent videos. It was
Edwin Crane. Crain. See if he comes up. How many? There he is. All right. I wasn't subbed, but I am now. I got 100. I'm number 133, Edwin. And thanks for coming into our chat. I'll check your channel out at a later date.
Did I mention to you there's this classical guitar player out of Indonesia? I can't even say Indonesia. I can't even say it right.
And I haven't heard anything about it.
His name is Alabata, if I'm saying it right.
Oh, yeah, Alabata.
Yeah, I did a couple reaction videos on him, actually 3. And that's why I got so many subs. But everybody's doing the same thing.
Hey, let me tell you something. You know, there's 2 schools of thought on this thing. You know, some people, you're just trying to get subs. Well, okay, nothing wrong with getting more subs if that's what you're doing. I mean, most people have channels and they want to build it up. You know, I care less if I have 10 subs. I love all 353 of my subs. But here's the thing. So, like, one of my good buddies that I recently that I found is Gunroar Guitar in Germany. That's Marco, and he did one. He took it down almost immediately. I thought he did a good job. You know,
he felt guilty.
He felt guilty. But here's the thing: I was watching like the one that I think it was after you did your first one, and I was I tend to not only do I watch the videos, especially if somebody has a video where there's like it's a video of something besides you're not seeing the person play. If I start watching the video, I can't concentrate on the music. So I'll scroll down. Now I'm really not concentrating on the music because now I'm reading the comments. Okay. And I tend to read the comments. I like to see, you know, if it's somebody new, who do they know? Do they know people that I'm sub to? It's like, oh yeah, there's sub. There's I can't give you an example, but somebody that I know. And and there was somebody from over there. Is it Indonesia, Mitch? Indonesia?
Yes.
Yeah. So somebody from over there says, we really appreciate you doing this because the guy's getting exposure. And to give you an idea how much they appreciate, these people over there are like, they must be starving for YouTube stuff over there.
I get like 80 comments on almost everyone's from Indonesia.
Listen to this. I mean, Dave's guitar channel, he's done a few. And, you know, he stops it and he says he starts talking the theory stuff and with way over my head. But, you know, I find it somewhat interesting. But I saw one the other day. I said, God, Dave. And it was Dave's. You know how you get when you start the day and you get on YouTube and they have all the little suggestions and the little boxes of videos, and there's Dave's guitar channel in his yellow shirt, and it's got 247,000 views. I said, God damn, Dave, you got 200. It wasn't him. It was somebody from over there in Indonesia that's
Doing a reaction video on a reaction video.
Not really that, just playing. It was just somebody on his channel that, from over there in Indonesia. And, you read the comments and everybody's speaking whatever language they speak over there, Malaysian or whatever. 247,000 people watched this guy's video, which is basically just a copy of Dave's Guitar Channel's reaction video. So, you get, some people get, I think Quentin's got like 30,000, 20.
He did two videos.
Some of his videos have like 40,000 views.
Most of them came from his first video.
Yeah,
he had over 2,000 on his first video.
Yeah, but the number of people that actually, it's so,
I think
now there's somebody else, somebody highlighting another guy. There's another guy over there that plays acoustic.
Yeah, but Laurie Mishmash, she sent me a message. She found a video.
Laurie Rock.
She found a video that somebody did. They did a reaction video on 3 different people, and I was on there on one of them.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw another one where they. Yeah, exactly. I saw that video. So,
but the thing is, I mean, I can understand people that I didn't want it. It's not fair, but he's almost at 4 million. I think he was at 3. I forgot exactly what it was. So I'm telling everybody, go ahead and follow him to get him over, up to over 4 million.
I'm not laughing at Mitch. I'm not Mitch.
What are you laughing at?
Will Varela. Quentin has 2,500 subs. I didn't know putting ketchup on everything would get you so many.
Oh, yeah.
So for you folks that don't know who Quentin is, it's Quentin James, and his name is, he's known as Quentin effing James. We won't, because there's ladies in the chat. We won't use the language. I got in trouble for that today. I was throwing the F-bombs out all over the place today. I don't know what is it. What makes us guys tick where sometimes you're talking, not all of us, but some of us, and like the F-bombs just come flying out. It's like part of.
I only do it only when I get mad, or it's now I'm so fat it's hard for me to bend over and tie my shoes or whatever. Something like that I might do it, but I don't do it in public. I don't.
All right. Well, anyway, that's a discussion for another day. But anyway, but it's Quentin James, and Quentin, he's a bachelor, so he cooks for himself, obviously, and like he'll do a steak. Now he doesn't eat steak before he's got to murder the steak. In other words, it's got to be well done on top of well done, not just well done. I mean, it's really well done, I think. And then he takes ketchup. Maybe he's never heard of steak sauce, which, occasionally you get a steak, it's well done, or you overcook it, whatever. I'm okay with that because I'll just smother it with A1. Or I get Giant brand steak sauce, which is A1, I think. Good.
Let me answer Brian S. because he's right.
Go.
Brian S. goes, acquiring subs and keeping them are 2 different things. Yeah, it's not like you don't see it. You don't see anybody from Indonesia in our chat room, do you? I don't think so.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one of the things. Like, I'll tell you what, I get to the point where, out of nowhere, maybe I pop up in there when they turn on YouTube and they see this and they see 2 and 3 chord jams, and I get some very nice comments and all that. And I'll go to their channel, and even if it isn't guitar, I'll sub them back. But if I never see them again in the comments, I'd say once a month, I go from maybe 230 people that I am sub to, not that it's sub to me, that I am sub to, and I'll take that from around 250. I'll chop out 50 to 70 because I never see these people again, or I look at them and their channel's dead. Now, if they come back,
videos
some people just stop doing videos. There's certain people that stop doing videos that I know. And have had discourse with in comments and maybe even by email that I will not unsub to, but you gotta, I call it purge. I purge my subscription, my personal subscription list that I'm sub to, and Brian, you're right. Yeah, keeping them is and it's like, it's like I gained some. I say, oh wow, I'm like at the 350 mark, which is cool. But I could care less if I had 10 subs, I'd be very happy with 10 subs. Okay, and this isn't to disparage anybody. If you want to unsub me, fine, I don't care. But I appreciate being sub. But sir, if there's no, like when people they leave a comment, but if I go to them and they're going to teach me how to cook, all I'm going to do is give a heart that they commented. I'm not going to comment back. Sometimes I
Right,
do,
right, right,
just to be nice.
right.
Just to be nice, I'll say thank you very, appreciate you stopping by, whatever. But yeah, it's a conundrum, and I just feel bad for the people that think that, wow, once I get to 1,000 subs, I'm going to get monetized, and I'm going to improve my channel, or I'm going to start making money. You don't make any money, folks, unless you have people. If you put out a 5-minute video, you need
In
500
order,
people watching that video and watching the whole length of the video for
you
you
need
to
to get
even make it
you,
3 or
you
4 or
need to have,
$5.
you need to get 1,000 subs for one, and 4,000 viewing hours. I'm nowhere near 4,000 viewing hours.
I
I
couldn't
got, I
find
think,
my viewing
2,700.
hours. I tried to. I think you got to be at the. You got to try to monetize to find out how many
No,
viewing hours, because I
I'm not.
couldn't find the. I went to my
Oh,
analytics.
I think you're. I think
I
it's.
couldn't find the viewing hours.
I think that's where it told me. But I don't plan
Yeah,
to monetize. I
yeah.
just, I was just curious to see if it would work. I don't
But I
want to
feel bad.
monetize.
I see people say, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs. I want to monetize,
Well,
to improve the channel. Well, you're not gonna get any goddamn.
Don,
You know what? In 2 years, you'll be able to improve your channel.
Don, at one point, if I do to get 4,000 hours, whether you monetize or you don't, YouTube's going to monetize you anyway. So you might as well accept it to get
Really,
something out
really.
of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, yeah,
that's what I'm
look, there's
told.
no. I'm not saying don't take the money, but I'm saying you're not going to get as much as you think. And
No, no.
if you think I'm full of shite, okay, do a search on how much money do you make on YouTube videos, and you'll find 20 different people, and
It's all over the place.
you'll find people with 1 million subs, and they'll tell you how much money they do not
They're
make
gonna
on
they're
their videos.
most
Some of
people
them are
with
very.
million subs are going to be doing well. I can guarantee you that.
There's a girl that explains it to you. There's this one gal. I watched the video. It's like a 20-minute video. I think I skipped around through it, but she kind of explained it very well. And it's like, you don't make as much money as you think you do. Now, some people can make a lot of money. I'll give you an example of gal that probably makes a lot of money. And if you haven't seen her, she's a Irish busker. Gosh, I can't think of her name now. I'll find it here in a minute. But she's
Guitar
got
hack.
like. Mitch, I love you like a.
Well, it was on
man.
time. I read his
Yeah.
comment and I had to say
Oh,
it.
oh, oh. But she's very good. She's a very good singer, and of course, she's hurting a little bit with the lockdowns and all that. But she has 3.5 million subs, and she's a very good singer. She's been on. She actually made it to the States and was on the Ellen show before Ellen became infamous. And she's got a recording contract. I think Rod Stewart discovered her. It might have been no. Rod Stewart was Miguel Montalban. I'm going to do a thing on that on buskers. There are some very. I got to tell you, the coolest guy in the world. Well, you'll see me, but I'm going to go to YouTube, and the guy's name is Miguel Montalban. And let me just do the search box. You guys got it. This guy is one of the greatest guitarists of all time, in my opinion. He's that good. Miguel Mon. I think Jameson's kicked in. Montalban. Here you go. Miguel Montalban. You spell his last name Montalban. Miguel Montalban Music. This guy is phenomenal, and he's gone from being a busker, doing busker videos, to now he does like stuff in the studio and all. And he does like didn't I send you a link to it? He did what's the Sultan Swing? Yeah,
Yeah.
Sultans of Swing. He does that. He does. Oh man, this guy he'll do covers. Stairway to Heaven. He does Inhuman. You figure out any some of the Pink Floyd songs, but he's got some original stuff that, I mean, I've got if you look at my channel and the what do you call it? The people can look at the what do you call it on your channel where people can see
Views,
not views, your
subscribers,
no, not the subscribe, the things, the groups of videos that you watch. What do you call those things? Your videos. No,
categories.
categories, I guess. Oh, Jesus Christ. Your video, that's my videos. Watch. No, I can't think of the word I'm thinking of, but I've got a folder within my YouTube channel of videos on Miguel Montalban, and two of his originals are, one's called The
Oh,
House.
playlist.
Thanks. Yeah, playlist. It's in my head.
Oh, Blackjack said it too. I'm Black Nut.
Yeah, thanks, Blackjack Guitar Nut.
Blackjack.
The House, and he does another one, a Latin something or other. The guy's phenomenal. But anyway, I'm gonna highlight some buskers next week, I think. All right, go ahead, Mitch. Come on back in.
What I was going to say, last week's show
Playlist,
we had
there.
Yeah.
Silverella put it in all caps there.
Last week's show we had
Cheers!
180 some views, which is pretty good for us. 180 some views from last week's show. It's pretty good.
So I think I do believe that some of your new subs are watching your show, not live, but they're coming in and watching the rerun.
I don't know.
You know, that's what I think. That's why, because sorry for the
I was told to. I was told to do I guess it's a playlist where I can have it play automatically over and over again.
Oh my God!
And some people get views from doing that, but I'm not worried about it.
Right. Making a mess over here. I'm gonna have to get down and re-up.
Did you spill
the
Jameson?
Jameson's flowing. The Jameson's go. No, I spilled ice. Yeah, I've got ice in this. That's what you hear me here. The because I'm trying to milk, but it's going down smooth tonight. I'm just so excited that we've graduated from the 20s into the 30s. Let me go back to YouTube and bring our thing back in history. Oh, there it is. Donna Mid Show. Oh. I'm muted. Okay. 35. We are maintaining a steady 35, which I think is just incredible. You people rock. Now, have we missed anybody? Mitch, have you been watching?
Joe Rubio's in there. I don't know if you.
Joe, hey Joe, what's up, buddy? Well, we didn't say hi to Joe Rubio.
I said hi in the chat.
Oh, okay. See, you're chatting. Let's give a big round of applause for Mitch because he's running the show. He's dealing with my drunk ass.
You can't hear my keyboard now, can you?
No. What's going on with that?
I have the mic on that little table next.
Oh, okay.
But that's why I wanted to get a mic stand to keep it on the floor. But
yeah. Next week, guys, I'm going dynamic.
It sounded good.
Yeah, it did yesterday, but today we're I'll tell you what, it upset me because I listened, I go back and watch our reruns of our show to see what I missed in the chat because I always ignore somebody.
You're always you're critiquing yourself more than anybody.
Absolutely. See, I'm interested. Last week is like I was so crushed because I interrupted you. I think at least 5 or 6 times. It's like, and I made an effort. I even said on the during the show of nothing that I was not going to do that, and I did it anyway. So listen, I want to bring something up that I ignored you about before. So you came in 3rd place in the talent contest when you were a kid, your first band. So, I cut it off.
Some neighborhood kids.
So tell me the rest of the story. We want to know the Paul Harvey, whole thing.
It was only 3 bands that played.
Did you guys stay together, or was that it? Did you?
No, they weren't. They got really good. There's these twins. They got really good.
Oh, the twins. Okay, I remember you talking.
Yeah, but they didn't make anything out of their. Matter if they had trouble with the law, and they didn't make anything with their lives.
Yeah, that happens. It happens. Some people make wrong decisions. I know I made plenty, but
I did too.
In 1984, my salvation came into my life. So my wife. So
That's when we got married, and I think it was in '84.
Is
I
that
think
right?
we started dating in '80. Yeah, '80. And we got married in '84. Yeah.
We got married in '88. So that was well, I made a right decision for a switch. You know,
Did you see
Dave's
the
Guitar
flower?
Channel. Hey Dave. Hey Dave. I got to tell you, Dave's Guitar Channel's in. Hey Dave. That was a very groovy show last night with the bass. I thought that was a neat concept, something different. And the boy can play bass. Look, if you can play the
Hey,
bass line to Roundabout, dude, you can play the bass.
oh, that was killer. You heard that yesterday?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
well,
killer.
he did it a couple times, and it's like I started thinking about it. It's like I never realized it's like the bass line of Roundabout is what makes that song. I
Mhm.
mean, the guitar and all everything's groovy, the singing's groovy, that's cool. But the bass line is what makes that song. But I think I turned, hey Dave, tell me if I'm wrong, but you should that is a cool song. If you're into bass, I think there's some bass players in this group, or at least some of you guys are multi instrumentalists. Um, there's a band that Daniel Horsley, you probably know him, Wet Willie. They were a Southern rock band back in the '70s and the '80s, and
Oh yeah, yeah.
they had Keep on Smiling. They had some top 40 hits, but their best songs were hidden. And one of the coolest songs with a bass line is a song called "Everything That Cha do will come back to you," but it's everything that should do, but it's got just a really cool bass line. And so Dave, I kept mentioning it in the chat, and he had said that Emily, his girlfriend, liked "Keep on Smiling" by Wet Willie, one of her favorite, more songs of the day. And so he actually listened to it, and God damn, he picked it right up. I love that guy. Some people have it, some people don't, and some people know it all. He can do it all, and he did the bass line, and it's a cool, like, if I ever got a bass, which I may do one day, just for the giggles. That is
What if I had a
Brian,
bass?
Six
Oh
String
yeah.
Brian. He's a bass player. Brian, you should check this song out. If you're in a band, I'm telling you, you want to get the girls up there. You're out at playing if you ever get back out and playing in clubs and bars and stuff. You want to get the girls up dancing. I'm telling you, you'll get them up dancing to the song. It's called "Wet Willie." Everything that CHA, everything that you do will come back to you. It's a very cool song. It's basically bum 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 bum, and there's one small change, and there's a cool guitar solo in it, and the vocals are, anybody can sing sing the vocals to it, but it's a very very cool bass line. But
Don.
I will say, Dave's Guitar Channel, I was a little disappointed that right off the bat you did not know the bass line to "Badge" by Cream, because to me that is one of the greatest bass lines of rock and roll. Is "Badge." It's not one of their greatest hits, but it's not White Room
Don,
or
you
Spook.
know what was cool? When Ed, if you're still in here, Dave, when Ed Dana you were going over some chords, some songs, and about what he knew. That was really cool. Now Ed's a
Ed
good guitar
Dana
player.
he'll surprise you.
Yeah,
He'll surprise you.
What Ed does, he does. I think he does really good.
Ed's very good.
But it was cool.
And his wife's a bass player.
They're talking. Yeah, you were talking about the chords last night. That was really cool. I
Yeah,
got a kick
West,
out of
West
that.
Hurricane Moon, West, you can play the bass. Keep in mind, guys, the chat is like
34
probably
watts. It
20
says hack.
seconds behind us. Yeah, we're rocking and rolling, man.
The only thing that's behind me is your room.
Yeah, I wish you'd get out of my goddamn studio. I mean, I've had enough of this now.
Well, you got tired of the red. You got tired of the red
So
room.
that y'all weren't in here earlier. What before about 6:45 or 6:30 or so, I came into the green room, I call it, and Mitch was playing with me. It's like I'm waving to him, Mitch, I'm in the green room. I'm in the little box down in the corner, if you know StreamYard, and he's ignoring me. And so I'm sitting here and I'm looking, and I've
I
since
brought you in.
I
I brought you
rearranged.
in. You didn't realize you were in. I think.
But the thing is no, I had realized it because while I was sitting there, it's like I kept moving because Guitar Hack red shirt. I was blocking the shirt. I was blocking the Guitar Hack shirt, but I wasn't. It was Mitch. Mitch kept blocking it, and it's like I couldn't see Guitar Hack dummy shirt. And that's an old one, Mitch, because it doesn't have the hat. It's got the mug for the head. That's an old one. Oh, that's when everything behind me was on this wall over here.
Well, I was trying to find. I was looking at your videos, trying to find something where you went out of the video from it. I couldn't find anything, so I had to go to the left of
that's
you
cool.
and then crop,
and
zoom
I just
in.
now realized that's my old studio, the way I had it set up before I rearranged it. But anyway, it was so funny because it like took me about 10 minutes before I realized that his green screen was my studio behind him. And I hadn't even had at that point. I hadn't had a sip of Jameson at that point. So anyway, very groovy. What's going on in the chat, Mitch?
What the heck did I just do? Oh, I was wrong.
Skip, you played a bit. I thought Rick played the bass in your videos. Oh, okay. Skip. Dave's Guitar Channel's going to do a keyboard. That's cool. No, I think if you're going to do a keyboard, let Emily do the keyboard. I don't want to see you do the keyboard. You're not that good looking. Emily's good looking. We want to see Emily do the keyboard. Right? Janet, are you still in here? No, Emily is Dave's girlfriend. She's a very good singer, too.
I can't get my wife to come in. I like to get my wife to come in one time.
I'll get Janet on here one time. I'll do it downstairs. I'll set up a studio downstairs. Use my new computer.
Get an interviewer. Oh, there's Frank C. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Frank. How you doing, buddy? Maybe you and Frank can come down, man, and meet me and Mitch. Didn't he come down one time? Didn't he come down to you with guitar?
I think we went to Guitar Center a couple times.
Yeah, and I missed you. I was going to do it. I woke up late. I think I got wasted.
Well, when I got the Helix 6 on the spur of the moment, he was with me, and I think were you with me when I got the Les Paul, the first Les Paul? I can't remember. I got the classic Les Paul that I took back.
I remember you had that. Why'd you take it back? Why'd you take it back?
It's just something
you did. Was it like? What color was it? Like brownish
red,
wood?
Red.
Okay.
And it could have been set up. It would have been fine, properly. But it was the work. It was a lot of flaws on it. I mean, the paint was on the binding. The red paint was on the white. You could see it in spots, by the neck and by the body and. And for some reason, the Blue Burst was calling me. I just like the blue. Even though most people don't like the Blue Burst, I did. And you.
Hey, Mitch, in one of my drunken stupors up here, guess what I did to my... I am double relic now on the Les Paul. Can you see?
What?
See. Well, I did a relic jam, but I took it down because it was terrible. But I had done this. I did that chip. You can see the chip right there.
Oh my God.
I did that like 6 months ago. Okay. But I have a new relic. I don't even know how I don't know when I did it. I play this thing all the time. But let's see, volume, the tone knob for the bridge pickup, I got a chip in it. I'm double relic now. This thing's going to be a relic. I get done with it. I got a chip in the tone control on the bridge pickup. I'm paranoid about. I got to put that shirt back in one. I got to show this again. Is that the coolest shirt? This is a giveaway, man.
Yes.
An SG guitar, and this guy was good. Zach Britton. He was like lights out closer for the Orioles. But how cool is that shirt, man? And the Angry Oriole Bird. Of course, I got it on my hat. That is the coolest logo. I challenge anybody to show me a better logo than the Angry Oriole Bird. I love that logo. But I put this behind the neck because I'm the nitro finish. I'm paranoid of the nitro finish being on the rubber of the
I got to sit on mine. I don't care.
So
I haven't seen any problem yet.
I've got a shirt on the bottom for the bottom, and then this goes up on the top. Here, let me do that right now. Just I don't want to lose my nitro finish. So
I got mine.
I'm gonna good.
I got mine sitting on this, and it's got the rubber on the bottom there.
Dude, you better put a towel or something on that if you put the Les Paul on because it will. I think the rubber and the nitro or nitros or whatever the f it's called.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't think they get along real well. At least the finish of the guitar.
Look, there's the G10.
I don't even understand this whole nitro. Does the nitro finish? Does that make it shinier? Is that what that's all about?
I don't know. Candy color.
I'll tell you what, I still can't get wrapped around why the green screen makes your blue guitar look gray.
Well, it's because blue is close to green.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, it takes it out. That's what it does.
That's cool. But I like the green screen, man. That's cool. Stealing my studio. God damn it. My lawyer will be in touch with your lawyer.
Well, I've done it with
I have copyright.
I think any hangout
claim when you're
any hangout I've ever been in, I stole their background. I think one time or another. But it does look good. See, I wish I could put I made the lower third for me, well for you too, but I can't show it on you. I can't show it on you on your screen.
What's the thing?
That
was cool. I like that. I gotta do.
Here, I'll show you.
Let me show you. Commercial. Hey, did anybody watch my commercial for the show? Were you impressed with my flame?
Yes. How'd you do
we
it?
Haven't
do you
seen
know
any pyro. It was something in the Windows 10 editor.
Right.
I edited the video.
Mm-hmm.
You take a photo and you make a video out of a photo. You got to take a photo and make a video of it before you can upload it to YouTube. I don't even understand how that all works. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Look at Don. I'm going to blow you up so they can see it better. Hold on.
Cool.
Check out your lower third, the cartoon I made. How can I make it bigger? Look at Don's cartoon.
Look at that. I got a hair. Boy, I don't have my hair was never that blonde, dude. Got my 4 eyes. You got my 4 eyes.
I had to go to this site and then actually I had to upload a video and it had all these different instances, different, and that was the best one I thought, the closest one, but it's kind of cool.
I'll learn all this stuff eventually. So, now that we have all these people in the chat, are we still in the 30s or are we down in the 20s? No, we're still at 34. Very groovy. How many people, when you get your Biden dollars, are going to go buy a guitar? I'm thinking of it. I can't think of what to buy. You know what? I'll tell you what I want to get. I want to get it, but I can't get it because they don't have a color I like. I want that guitar that Hack's brother has, that Pia. First of all, my previous dog to the one I love now, and I love my gypsy doggy, but Pia, I miss my Pia dog, my Labradoodle so much. And I want that Ibanez Pia, even though it's got a Floyd Rose, which I have no interest in it, but I want that guitar. I think it's cool.
What kind of guitar?
But I don't like the color. The Ibanez Pia. It's a lot of money, but
nah.
I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna get something. I don't know what I'm gonna get. Maybe an SG. I gotta get. I think I'm gonna get down to. When my wife's not paying attention. Janet, I hope you're not in the chat anymore. I think I'm gonna drive down to Chuck's and just play a bunch of guitars. And if one grabs me, I'm gonna buy it. What the hell?
My friend in here, Terry, he goes, I might go buy a Mr. Pillow. you know who that guy is. He's real good friends with
Trump. Yeah.
Yeah. And
I can't stand his commercials.
I know, but he got blackballed. He got black. Everybody gets. If you say anything good about that guy, Trump, you get blackballed.
He's got Fox News. He advertises on there. The guy sells a lot of pillows, But I bought some other kind of pillow. Actually, I like. It's kind of weird, but it's a great pillow if you're a My Pillow. Don't. Don't. Well, if you don't need to buy it online. Just go to Bed Bath and Beyond. They got hundreds of them. Hundreds of them.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to do that. Spacey, what don't I want to do? Buy a Pia guitar? Oh, Floyd Rose, yeah, probably. But anyway,
You
I'm
don't
gonna
have,
I'll have a new guitar once he puts these
do you have,
pickups
you
in
have
my
one that's a
F-150.
Floyd Rose, don't you, Don? You have one
Yeah,
that's a Floyd Rose?
the Torero, the Paul Reed Smith with the
I got
EMGs.
the
But
EVH and
that's
the
going on the chopping. That's going on the auction block here soon.
EVH and the Ibanez.
Right. Might be time to drop the price on the oh, he said buy a Pia. Nah, I don't know. I don't like the colors, Spacey. If they had a color, if they had like something cool, Kel, if they just had a solid black, I might consider it. But it's like pink, like Guitar Hack's brother uh Dennis, he bought a pink
Yeah.
one. It's cool. I have nothing against pink, but I'm not buying a pink
I'll
guitar.
just cut a hole in mine on top. That's all. Then I'll have one. No.
And I might look at you, but I really don't want a Floyd Rose because if I break a spring, if I break a string, I don't know what to do. I have to wait
You
and
just
get it up to Delaware to Spacey.
I never had a problem replacing a string on them. If you're doing only one string at a time, yeah, I never had a problem.
Oh, really?
No,
Yeah, but you got to cut the thing. You got to cut the ball.
It's probably easier. It might be easier in the long run, I think. I forget.
Too goddamn complicated in my book. So, is everybody happy with the 7:00 start time as opposed to the 8:00 start time? I know you guys over in across the
Johnny.
pond are.
Oh,
Metalhead. Hey, Jeff. Jeff's still hanging with us. Jeff, you better get ready for your show, buddy. It's coming up right Tuesday night, right? He's got
probably
an hour and a half. He's got an hour and a half.
The best guitar I ever played, probably, or when I borrowed Frank C's Kramer SM1. That was nice. That was really good. It was a good guitar.
Okay, listen, all you folks out there, if you're not doing anything at 10:00 tonight, go over to Metalhead Hippies Montage or whatever it's called on what's tonight? Tuesday night? I think it's Tuesday night Montage. Yeah, 10:00. Metalhead Hippie. He plays everybody's videos. He'll make you rich and famous, and very groovy show. And then
we're going to move it back to 8.
7 is too early.
We'll move it back to 8.
It's just for Dave. Good for you, Dave. I'm glad you keep him busy, man. I wish I could. I got to find something to do. But hey, listen, today was like a great day. Let me tell you why today was a great day. It's been, I think, at least 5 days since I've seen the goddamn sunshine.
Right.
It was so nice to see that ball of fire up there in the sky. That's a great song, by the way. Tommy.
It's crazy how it's warm here. And Texas had like 11-degree temperatures in parts of Texas.
The Doc's not watching, and the dog paw, he's like, listen to this. He's a good buddy of mine. I email back and forth with the dog paw, and listen to this. So they're down to around 0 degrees, which is frightening for if you're not used to it. And I don't think they're used to it where he's at. I forget what part of Texas, but so he's got propane heat. Okay. The closest place is 60 miles away. He called that he can get propane from, and he called there and they said it's about a 2-hour wait. And the roads are so bad, he was a little bit nervous to drive an hour or longer or shorter, depending how fast you're, because of the weather. So he's like got electric heater. If his pipes freeze, he's like SOL, man. That's, so dog paw, if you're listening, we're all, everybody say a prayer for the dog paw. Doc.
Yeah, we're seeing.
He's a cool dude.
My wife is showing me on Facebook where some people are posting pictures that people live in Texas where their pipes.
Yeah, and the electricity's going out because they got.
Yeah, the electricity's widespread out.
I had no idea that they're so not reliant, but a high. I think is 25. I want to say 25%, but I could be wrong. Don't hold me. Don't fact check me on that. You could fact check me, but I could be wrong. But they've got a lot of wind electricity. That's, I don't want to get into politics, but God damn it, fossil fuel is what's happening. I'm sorry. I'm all about fossil fuel. I want, I want everything affordable, and I think the world's too big to be worrying about all that. I think I think it's a
Yeah,
con game. I think it's a
my
con game.
I think my buddy or a guy, one of my childhood friends, Will, lives in Midland. I forget where out in Texas, but he got 4 inches.
Is that right?
Yeah, he got.
But the
He's
temperatures are
always.
so cold. It's not so
They're
much
not
how
used
much
to it.
snow they're getting. It's just the temperatures are. It's been freezing. It's been freezing nads up here in Baltimore.
I'm
Jesus
always
Christ.
posting these pictures with the snow we got, and James, my buddy, he's always saying, "I'm jealous. I'm jealous." I said, "Well, you can have it." Now he's got it. Now we're supposed to get hit Thursday. Could it be anywhere from 2 to 5 or 6 to 12, depending? There were mixed rain and ice. I don't know.
If I
I'll
get my wife to do it,
settle for 2.
if I get my wife to do it, I'd move to Florida tomorrow. I'd lose a lot of money and sell my house to one of these people. That you always get once they, if you shot. Let me tell you something, folks. If you're like thinking about making a move to a different area or whatever, and if you like go on Zillow's sites all the time or Truvia or whatever those all the different
Right,
real
right.
estate
Yep,
sites
yep,
are,
yep.
you'll start getting stuff in the mail. We want to buy your house, or you'll get phone call. I don't know how that.
Well,
Nothing's private.
if
Nothing's
you make an
private.
appointment, which we have,
Yeah,
forget it.
and
Forget it.
you're on a list. You get put on
Yeah,
some list. Who knows what. But there's people all the time wanting
your
to. They call
house.
me up, or we want to buy your house. It's a recording. And one time I listened to them, and then they started asking me 50 questions. I said, "Don't ask me any questions. You said you wanted to buy my house. How much you want to give me for my house?" And they can't answer the question. Well, wait. And then like 15 minutes later, somebody calls you, and it's not a recording. So you're interested in selling your house? I said, yeah, but you don't have any answers to me. And you hang up on them.
It
But
took us 8 months to sell our house.
yeah,
We only had one offer, and we took it. But
I sell my house for $100,000 less just to get out of here
my
and get to Florida where it's warm, and I don't have
my
to worry about
daughter's
shivering.
my daughter's fiance's daughter, and she's married, and they live in Virginia. They put their house up on the market and had 4 offers immediately the same day. They
Is
sold
that
it
right?
already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's right now. It's a seller's market, depending where you're. Most anywhere where you're at. If depending. There's a lot of ifs in that. Brian, that's you still hanging with us, dude? My wife and I are plotting a move to Florida as soon as our daughter graduates. 2 more winters. God bless you, Brian. That's great. Listen. I will. I am definitely going to hook up with Paul Lou, maybe in the next 6 months, because if the vaccine works, me and my wife are on the list. We're in the 60s. She's ahead of me, but
See you,
um,
Jeff.
I want to go down and see my niece. Hey, Big G's here. Hey, Gary. I want to go down and visit my niece in Dunedin, Florida, which is near Tampa, which is near right around where Paul Lou's at. I'll hook up with him, at least have a beer with him or a coffee or whatever if he doesn't drink. But I want to get down there. I just, I so anyway, had we,
Okay, I think we're about an hour and a half.
yeah, I think we've run out of stuff. We've talked about nothing for nothing. Oh well, yeah. If you're up at Brian, Six Stream Brian is like the success story, man. Would you sell your house in an hour after you put it up? Sold
That's
my
great.
house in 4 days, 35 offers in 4. Brian, you Six Stream Brian, you probably had an offer in the first hour. My wife sent
That's great.
my wife sent me an email last night. She said, "This is the house," because we want to move to the Eastern Shore, near the ocean in
Hey,
Delaware.
Ryan.
And
Hi, Ryan.
the house had been on Zillow for 2 days, and by the time I opened the email, there was already an offer on the house. It was contingent. you know. And this was 15 miles. It's like, that's too far. I want to be inside of 10 miles from the beach so that if I have a bad day or a bad moment or whatever, I can get in my car and just drive. It could be this cold. It could be 20, 30 degrees. I can still take a couple blankets and a chair and walk down and listen to let me tell you, there's nothing more relaxing than listening to waves crash. It could be midnight and I'll sit there I used to do it. Anyway,
We're at in Florida.
Ryan. Oh no, Ryan from the Midwest came in. Hey Ryan, how you doing, buddy? Ryan's a cool dude, man. He's on Dave's Guitar Channel all the time.
Where would you go in Florida, Don? What part of Florida?
Down by my niece. I mean, I'd rather be on the Atlantic side. If I had my first choice, it would be on the Atlantic side.
Where's she?
But my
where's
niece,
she at?
she's in Dunedin, which is like I think she's like southwest of Tampa.
Okay.
So she's actually closer to the water than Tampa is, and she's south of Tampa. But they
We were
love
down
it.
there. We were in Leesburg when my brother he moved back up here 2017. But we visited some relatives of Margaret, her cousin, who was in Hudson, Florida, and that's like 30 miles north of Tampa. It was nice. It was nice out there.
Listen, I'm in Florida. I got the either the Gulf or the Atlantic Ocean near me, depending which side I live in. I don't want to live in central. Like I don't want to live in the Orlando area. That doesn't. That gives me no. Because I'm in the middle. I want to be near the ocean or the Gulf. Gulf is like the ocean.
Right.
What the Gulf is, there's no waves. I like waves. I like riding the waves and diving into. That. I'm a jock, but it's like I can play golf every day. I can play golf 365 days of the year.
Well, I think Myrtle Beach is.
I'm in heaven. I'm in heaven. And then when
Myrtle Beach is the golf.
Myrtle
Beach is the golf capital of the world. I thought.
But
Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, Myrtle Beach is. You got the hurricane thing. I'm nervous of that.
And Florida has it.
But they always miss around that. That's the one reason why I would consider that Tampa area, because they don't.
Or
they
the
seem
golf
not
side.
to get hit.
Yeah. It seems like they do miss it. Yeah.
If you're up there, if you're up where Florida, Florida comes down, and then it's hard to do on the computer. But when you start heading towards Texas, that part of the Gulf, Pensacola, is that where that is? Is that where?
Well, Pensacola, they got hammered recently.
Yeah, that's what do you call the little tail of Florida that starts heading west? Peninsula.
I don't know.
Whatever part of Florida heads towards the west. I think that's where they get hammered all the time.
It is Pensacola, yeah.
Pensacola, yeah. Anyway, what do I know? I don't know shit. I know. But
I don't know.
Cheers. All right, we're cutting this off.
Yep. Thank everybody.
You guys that came in late, sorry we're like ending it, but we do start at 7 now. We're not starting at 8 anymore. We're gonna do 7. I think because that's more fair to the guys, to Wes and Hugh. The guys over across the pond. And what's his face Mark Tanner didn't make it, but he's over in Australia. That's a whole different ball game. So he might work during the day. That's another channel. He does a lot of good coverage. Mark Tanner, Tanner, Mark Tanner. He's got a lot of cool stuff. Another channel. But next week, what did I say we were going to highlight next week? The Buskers. The Buskers. There's a lot of Buskers over in Europe.
Real quick, I'm gonna don't want to miss Hack Show tomorrow. I think it's 8:00 as usual. I think
8:00 Wednesdays.
I think is it the 5 worst albums or something tomorrow night? Did I get that right? I forgot what you said. I think they're going to go the
big
other
show.
way.
If you're a Kiss fan, go to the Guitar Hack channel. He's a great channel. And following us, coming up is actually he's probably on now, Johnny Bean. And at 10 o'clock. Damn, maybe I caught a cold today outside.
Thanks, Dan.
Metalhead Hippie at 10 o'clock, and there's a lot of good ones. Cheers to you. You hung with us the whole time. Rick Hefner, he's first 5 worst albums of all time, Rick says. Yeah, and give Mitch a thumbs up on your way out, guys, because it's Mitch's channel, and he deserves lots of thumbs. And since he's over 1,000 subs, he will be monetized. If y'all would get on,
I'm not worrying about
Bobby Clipper, I saw you late, man. Thanks for coming in. We didn't catch you earlier, but we've been ignoring I think I did. Hey, I think thumbs up should go for Mitch, but thumbs up should go for me because minimal interruptions tonight. What do you think, Mitch?
I don't know. I don't count.
And I don't think I ignored you too much. So
I don't.
I'm giving myself a gold star.
Yeah, but you're a professional salesman. You sound good when you talk. It is a fact.
I gotta go into a comment on Quentin's video. Quentin didn't show up tonight. I hope he's
No.
okay. We were
Oh,
talking about you, Quentin. We were talking. No, he wasn't in. We were talking about his ketchup. Somebody made a comment about because Quentin got a lot of subs from the
right.
Alap Bata, and check out Alap Bata. And if you don't want to watch his
Actually,
videos, just watch their reaction videos. Mitch got about
everybody in here
three
is
of them.
check out each other. Everybody check out each
Yeah,
other because a lot of people have
sub
videos out.
everybody, and most everybody. I can say without a doubt that over 90% of the guys in the chat, if you go to their channel, there's some good music to listen to for sure. A lot of good stuff. And one last time, I'm going to plug Daniel Horsley. He's got a good, cool, very cool
Yes.
video coming out. Very, very cool video coming out. So, all right, good night, everybody.
See you later and be safe.
Thanks for coming out. We love you all for coming out. You rock.
Bye.